The 1st of January is just a day. There is no real need to reinvent anything on the 1st. You remember as kids when we would promise ourselves we would start studying at 5 and then it would be 5:05 and we would say, oh, that's not exact, I'll start studying at 6. Well, this is the kind of perfectionist attitude a lot of us had to grow out of. And we have had to spend years perfecting a system for ourselves, finding what works for us. And the only real reason we've been able to do that is by just starting, not by waiting for that perfect 5 o'clock moment or that perfect 6 o'clock moment. The only real indication that it's January to me is that as kids, we all messed up the date in our notebooks. We kept writing last year in the margins. That overwriting? That's January. The thing is, life in January is still cold and slow and a little gloomy. Nothing really restarts yet. Spring is when things make sense again. It's like nature is telling us that that's when things start. And if we are being honest, the year should probably start in March. But anyway. "2026 is the year I turn 30. And I do not feel the need to become someone new. I like who I am. I like what I do. I like the way I do things. There's nothing in here that needs erasing. Everything that I have built for myself so far, especially my muscle, was never started on the 1st of something. In fact, for the first 2 weeks of January, I am going to use the small dabba gym in my apartment complex because most people start their January resolution and they crowd the official bigger gym that I go to. While I like that people are trying to better themselves, I don't like the crowd. I don't like that it takes twice as much waiting and it's already winter. The motivation to go is already low. So to make it easier for myself, I am going to do the simple, basic, fundamental movements that I have been doing for years now in my small dabba gym with dumbbell workouts and like full body workouts with YouTube that I've done in the form of circuit training. Time to go fuel. They say 2025 has been the longest year of our lives. Well, it's certainly been more eventful than most, and a whirlwind. It's not going to stop now that it's the first. There is no magic fix to anything just because one number in the date changed. Previously, I have fallen for that. I have bought the planners, the diaries, all the new resolution, new goals, all the stationery for it. And they always fizzled out with remarkable consistency. It took me to reach my late 20s to understand that all of those objects around me used to be money. And that I didn't have solid systems in place, solid, consistent systems. I didn't understand what consistency meant. But that's what our 20s are for, to understand what it means, to figure out what works for us, and to keep doing it imperfectly over and over again. Also, I am really tired of all the overstimulation and all the open loops and all the unfinished stories and tasks that we get by buying new things. My mindset around that has changed permanently. And that is why I am not starting fresh this time. That start was years ago. I am not starting anymore. I am just continuing existing.